1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locks. 5. Well, that front one up there, that might be part of the electric hookup. Is that a lock? Okay, 4 locks. I stand corrected. Oh, it's got a flat tire. Someone will steal something. The seat's locked. Yeah, someone will get those grips. Yeah. Today is Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I have never seen this area this dead, ever. Wow. I was wondering what's going on with the parking lot. The parking lot looks like you can park in it anywhere you want. It is one of the deadest nights of the week. Sometimes it's Wednesday, sometimes it's Tuesday. This place, obviously it's Subway, sure does look closed. I mean, it looks open, just doesn't have anybody working here. Certainly not slicing, are they? A lot of really expensive stuff in this art gallery. Really beautiful though. Worth a look. That's the only Stebrero I know of that has its own little store. I've only seen them in food courts across the country. This is the V Theater. Get your picture taken before you go in. This is Great American Cookie. $5 for a cookie, unless you want to buy 6 of them, and then you can get them all the way down to $3 each. looks like they finished the remodeling they were doing. It sure looked bad in here. This bar was either gone or they had covered it up. I couldn't really understand what I was seeing behind the black curtain, because it looks like it never moved, but maybe they were just tearing up the floor around it. Not sure what happened. It's a nice bar with a swimming pool view. Hey, this part over here might be new. These TVs. Either I didn't notice them before or they're new. This part was also covered by black curtains. Looks good. The ceiling in here is similar to the Forum shops, if not exactly the same. This pond finally got water in it. But I wish they'd just throw this sign in the garbage. They're not. That rainstorm show is not coming back. It hasn't been back in 3 years. Nobody's asking about it. Just throw the sign away. Could eat every bucket in there, especially that orange chicken. No, not that one. That one. That beef and broccoli looks good too, and then that. Look at that teriyaki chicken breast back there. That looks a lot more tender than chicken breasts normally look. But all that Chinese food, it's not MSG that makes it taste good. I don't even know really what that is. That's MSG's probably in everything we eat. It's the sugar. The glazing on that orange chicken, my goodness, it's candy. No wonder it tastes fantastic. This bar is the best happy hour in a luxury setting. I mean, there's stuff out on the street, probably cheaper, but if you're in cocktail attire or something like that, you want to have drinks before a show, like before that V Theater, that's the place. If you take this whole rack, you won't have the right and the left shoe, so don't even think about it. You'll be walking around with one high top, one low top, if you want the same color. So you shouldn't do it. And you got a discount shop in here, right in the middle of everything. It's a good place to get someone a gift. A $20 sweatshirt, $10 t-shirt, $4 hat. Lobster roll, 26 and 36 depending on the size. $20 catfish nuggets. That place does pretty good business. It's been there a long time. They claim to get their lobster flown in daily. As you might know, there's not many lobsters around the Las Vegas Valley. This is an interesting store, cereal store. Some of these cereals have not been on the regular grocery store shelves in decades. I don't know where they're getting these cereals. Interesting. You need to take a look at it. If nothing else, it'll remind you of your childhood. Just avoid that store if you don't want to remember your childhood. This ABC store is very convenient if you're staying at Planet Hollywood or anywhere around here and you want a bottle of liquor, you want to get some beer for your room, and you don't want to get ripped off. This place is just a little bit more than you would pay if you had a rental car and you drove away from the strip, away from the tourist. So their prices are very fair. $2.75 for a 20-ounce Pepsi or Coke product. That's pretty good for a mall. That's $15.95 for a 12-pack. That was, and this is 2 for $5 on 16-ounce grab-and-go bottles of beer. That was Ultra, but they had plenty of different ones. They even have fruit. 75-cent banana, 99-cent orange. Beer, wine, candy, sunglasses. Everything you need, everything you forgot. Earl sandwich, that's one of the best sandwiches you can eat. Their sandwiches are up to $9.49 now. Compared to other places, that's pretty good actually. I want to see this robot make a drink. That's it? You're gonna give me a three-quarter filled up plastic cup? And it took you longer than George or Ed or Sheila could do it. Look at your brother sitting there doing nothing. Get him to help. The original automatic drink maker was using hoses from all the different liquors and hoses from all the different mixers and sodas. And I think the reason they did away with it is because it was getting contaminated, because some of those lines might not get flushed, or if they do flush them, they waste so much water. A lot of hot water too you gotta flush them with. But this system seems to be cleaner, but they don't fill up the glass. See, he goes to each, I don't know why I said he, that looks like a she. Yeah, she goes to each bottle. Gosh, you can't tell these robots apart anymore. He, she. Okay, they go up to the bottles of liquor and get the 1.5 ounce shot, I assume, from pressure from that machine pushing up on it. That way the bottle is not hooked up to a hose ever. So as far as it being sanitary, probably being clean, this is probably pretty good. But it's slow. And kind of sloppy. I'm not sure if it's being rinsed out, if that last step is it being rinsed out, because if you make one drink and you go right to the next drink, aren't you going to taste a little bit of that previous drink? I don't know. I think it's more of a show than it is. It's certainly not efficient, because a human can do it a lot faster. And it's not cheap either. Those drinks are top price. This is a good place to get a gift for someone that's a fanatic. If you know that person, you're living in, say, Pine Ridge or Genoa City, and somebody had moved from New York and they're a Jets fan, get them some New York Jets socks. And they'll remember you because you listen. You remembered that they were a New York Jets fan. Of course, they got the crap all over their yard, so you couldn't miss it. But they would appreciate the socks, even if they just wore them on game day. I don't want to call them out, but they're missing a few college teams that are very popular college teams. I'm not going to say which ones those are because then I'll get hate mail. People are pretty passionate about their college teams. Here's some more cookies. This is Mrs. Fields. Same price as American Cookie. They're probably owned by the same parent company. Wouldn't surprise me at all. They taste the same. Does that look like $3 if you buy 6? I don't know how cookies got so expensive. They sure did, though. this bar, but it closes. They're closing right now. It's 8:30. I don't know what's going on. So many places. I can't find employees, maybe? I don't know. Because they used to stay open, and then they would just mark off some of this mall area, and the people from Planet Hollywood could walk out and enjoy that bar. And there's a show right next to it. Private party. Cocktail attire was put on the invitation, I assume. This is more of the V Theater. I think they have 7 or 8, probably about 8 rooms. This Blondie's has been here for a long time. And see, they stay open way later than the rest of the mall does, so they keep this mall open. So any of those bars have no excuse to leave early. I mean, if they're just sure that they're not going to get any business, that's one thing, but I just don't think they're trying. Sweatshirt for $20, a hoodie for $20. It's not bad. It's gonna get cold in Vegas any day now, maybe next week. Those are for people that didn't pack a sweatshirt. But if you come to Vegas and forget your sweatshirt, just make most of your walking inside. You can go just be outside a little bit and back in the next casino. Keep walking. You'll find ways to go through the casinos and get to the next one with barely going outside. Hot Dog Tuesday. 24-ounce can for $5. That's not, it's not terrible for the mall. I mean, you could walk around with that thing while you're shopping. Oh, the person that was supposed to be working earlier in Subway is woken up. She's come alive. She's ready to slice. You gotta ask special permission for that slice. But not at Jersey Mike. That's who they're trying to compete with. This ketchup bar has been there 15 years, I think. Must be good. The mall was not that dead, but the parking lot still seems closed. No one's stolen that bike yet. That's where we started. That seemed like a day ago. Yeah, this is... never seen it with this little activity. I'm usually dodging cars trying to run me over right around here. Oh, there's 2 cars. Okay. 2 cars. Always idiots driving around in this parking lot, this parking garage. Alright, that's the end of the Miracle Miles shops. That's all I got to say about that.